Hello people, welcome back to Dutch Modeling with another book review this time, and it's the massive F.A.Q series, and this time on Diorama, which is part of the new AK Diorama series they are really pumping out at the moment. This book is produced and released by AK, written and produced, made by Ruben Gonzalez. And if you can see, I mean, everybody knows the Tamiya bottles. That's a big book. It's over 500 pages. And it is about 75 euros. So somewhere between the 65 to 70 pounds and $80, give or take, where you live. So I'm gonna do a little bit more lengthy view of this book. Most reviews I've seen so far are pretty quick, a minute or 6. And, well, to be honest, I mean, if I do this, you still have no clue what the book is about or it's worth the money. So, like I said, this is a book that says here on the bottom, Diorama series, and if you open the first page, yeah, you will see product placement. That's one of the things in this book, and not everybody might like that, but it's being brought out by AK, so there is a lot of product placement in this book. Mind you, it's not only AK. I have seen AK, I've seen MIG, I have seen Tamiya, Humbrol, but mainly it's AK, but which is understandable, they paid for the book. So also there are a lot of pictures, and in this case there are, let's say, 3 different kinds of books. They're mostly the older ones consist of mainly text with somewhat pictures. I don't have one of those, so I cannot show you an example, but it's mainly blocks of text explaining what they do, and then to accompany that there may be 1 or 2 pictures on the side. There are books like this. This is something older, newer, a lot newer. This is some rather big pieces of text with some pictures to accompany it. See, and some text. And I mean, this is the main thing of the book. You can see, and these are only pictures, but still lots of text with pictures. And then you've got these, a shit ton of eye candy. And I just open a page, and you'll see exactly what I mean. A lot of pictures with a little bit text, but mainly pictures. And I'm just going to it. You see, mainly pictures, a little bit of text. So that also may not be of everybody's liking, so keep that in mind when you go for this book. This is a lot of eye candy, useful eye candy, but eye candy, and not a lot of text. So they explain what they do in the 3 or 4 sentences that are on this page, but mainly they show you what they do. Some people like that, other people don't. Everybody their own, and make of it what you want. So in the start of this book, and we're going to start now, this a little word of the writer, publication, a foreword from the author, I guess you can call him, Ruben Gonzalez Hernandez, with a picture of him. Concept, basis and stance, just a little bit to talk, and the theory of composition in 3D. And this is what I like about this book. It's not only the eye candy. They actually do explain what you could do best, or how it would look the best if you would do it this way. So how you post your pictures, the vehicles, the where they point and everything, the setup of the diorama. You can see all kinds of, like this is probably very well known. If you have a square shaped diorama frame, do not post your main subject in parallel lines. This is actually what they explain here. Here, what happens if you have a round and you have 360 view, but you have 133, which obscures the view from one point. All that kind of stuff. Then here they go over compositions: round, square, rectangular. I actually know this. I saw this in a competition I took part in as well. My sorry excuse for a diorama was actually placed next to this finished one. So I actually felt very sad for myself when I saw this in this book. They go over to chapter 3, techniques, construction and painting. The basis. And you'll see, like I said, they tell you, here's a lot of text actually. But they tell you what you need, or what you could use, not really what you need. But I'm just going do the most of the talking. Like I said, again, you got the base. Roll your clay, a little bit glue on the base, put your clay over it, and then work with it with water, white glue, and then go ahead, make some tire marks and everything. And the way this book works is they have 3 or 4 different dioramas they work on, and each step the dioramas will come back, so you see a progression in each diorama through each chapter. Simple base with a vertical element, base with multiple levels. And here they explain how they make a rock wall. Just so it can be so simple, as you can see. A little bit of pebbles, just glue it on, and you got a rock wall. See if I got it in full view. Should be like this. I'll use DAS, it's modeling clay. I don't have DAS, but I have used this, or you can have some of this. You can have Fimo. So again, that's not really a brand you need. One of the most famous, or more well known. And then you got white super glue. That's all. Simple commercial base. Don't know what it is. It's how you get the rough edges. They explain here. You can see how they work. Getting the bases together. Here you got the wall set up. You can see here, this one. Just drill some holes in it, attach it with some metal pins. Sorry. The edge you got here, he fills up with putty. You can see here. Acrylic putty is used. It says acrylic putty is used to fill the joints in a cobblestone because they're very easily sanded. And then they go to details. you had soil, sand, stones, bricks. Carpentry works completed. You can see they make it here. It's a bunker base, and you can see it's just multiple levels of foam he uses here. He draws it out how he wants it. Multiple levels, and just glues them together with white glue. And that's you can see here he has the bunker in white. He went a little bit further here because he finished the bunker already, but it's about the bases. And I mean, made a little crater. And it's only white glue on the surface, and this is just a commercial crack filling compound from a DIY store to make the ground works. Now, he goes over the earth and terrain. Got multiple pictures of real terrain, how it could look or does look. And here's the. I'll just take you back a few steps. See here, this is the clay base with the dunes. This one, where I said. I mean, and they continue here again. So you can see the dioramas are all coming back. How he did it. It's not all in chronicle order, because as you can see here, you got this already stuck in. We'll make it later. How to simulate footsteps. He actually has a little foot in his hand. And here he uses all Vallejo stuff to give the colors. As you can see here, it's finished, but we will get back to this dio each step further. Here's the desert base, the desert road. It's one of the first. And like I said, the product placement, but you got Tamiya, here you got Vallejo, Uptaling 502, MIG. So it's definitely just a pusher for AK, so don't worry about that. Here's how they work with placement of extra stuff. It has a name, I know, accessories and everything. Here's another. It's just placement of grass, leaves. They actually cracked soil here. He actually says, to create a cracked earth appearance, typically in arid climates, we have used an AK interactive product that is in development. So it's not even available. So yeah, I don't know if that's the best thing, but okay, maybe it's released by the time this book got released. I don't know. I don't know what he used. It doesn't. Can't see it. Doesn't say here. Earth effect. Rainmaker. No, it doesn't say what he used. And eventually it should look like this. Now back again to the dio with the little stone wall. And he uses all everyday stuff. Just sand and stones in different sizes. He uses a wheel to imprint the thread. Some wet effects. Here the splatter. Using the airbrush, he makes splatters. Still water from Vallejo. And back to the bunker again. Using the earth, just mix sand with white glue and water. So, and I know that A.K. has some, like it said on the front, and this is, I think this is interesting because they do this, the diorama stuff, dry ground, asphalt, wet mud, snow sprinkles, but yet in this book, produced and published by A.K., he just says, mix sand with white glue and water until a smooth and consistency is achieved. Add water slowly, a little bit at a time, to avoid making the mix too thin. So he actually says don't use their product, just use the normal sand. So it's, again, it's not to push the A.K. brand. Guess you can, again, all little techniques with the text on the sides, how he does it. And again, here he is new terrain starting, again, just using blocks of, what is it? Plaster rock wool, dust, white glue. He just uses stuff everybody, well, yeah, I'm guessing everybody has easily access to. And then a lot of paints to do this. And maybe the grass like this, you will need to get somewhere else. But most of the things, and here, like I said before, it's not in chronological order, because here's the rock surfaces he makes, but he uses natural cork. Just put them in and paint them. Stones from plaster. Here he molds his own rocks, and then he shapes them, as you can see. And then the painting process, it's all paint, fillers, filters, washes, streaking. Here he shows how to make an asphalt road, again with some pictures, real life, cobblestones, asphalt and everything, tarmac, the Jersey barriers, and the asphalt. Just dirty it up. This is, I've done, yeah. Now making your own cobblestones, he explains, and all kinds of, and we're only almost a fifth part in, and it's gonna skip ahead a little bit. Here it is about making your own trees. Vegetation, fruit trees, conifers, trees, making trees out of metal wire. These are all pre-printed leaves. And stuck on them on very patiently, one by one. And then putting them on the dio, palm trees, pineapple, just made them out of magic sculpt, as you can see. Don't have to buy everything. No, it's not even, this is a plant, sorry. Fallen leaves. just using normal leaves, as you can see here. Mushrooms, tropical palm. I'm just gonna speed this up. Tropical tree with vines. I mean, they go in every aspect. Vines here, the little flowers, everything. Artificial elements like lamppost. Rusting them up. Classical lamppost again. Painting. There you go. Classical lamppost and power pole. Yeah. Street lights. Modern street lights. Wooden power pole. I mean, power pole again. So I mean, concrete supports. You can see. Signposts. More signposts. Let's see here. A burnt shed. The weathering of wood from an old shed. Putting on the actual wiring and making it weathered, looking old. Let's see what else we have here. Brick wall, building corner. Ruined church facade. Houses and buildings on a corner house. From the goes from painting to installing the glass, making the concrete or cement look good. The concrete bunker. You painted the interior and everything, even though you can't see anything of it. You know it's there, just paint it. Accessory items, glass. You can see metal doors, wooden doors. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. I'm really skipping a lot now. Let's see, roof tiles, different coloring, just looking weathered. And here you can see the entire building he did with roof tiles on it. And there was another section I wanted to go through, miscellaneous. He makes his own rocks. I mean, jersey barriers. Sorry for my chair squeaking. Chemical barrel. He has all kind of wooden crates. Drink crates, posters, drapes, footprints. He shows it here. Boards, tarps, something for Hendrik. Vending machines, it's really all over the place what he makes. Wooden pallets, wooden fences. Just from the first step of installing it, painting it, weathering it, and the finish. All the main steps he shows and he tells you kind of how, not in deep detail, but just enough so you can imagine yourself how it should be, how you should do it. Here's the chapter about figures, masking them, and not only military figures, children. So again, the masking, the painting, old farmer, application of the base clothing, flash stones using a brush. And I'm mixing everything, blending. Of course, military figures. This is the gallery for the finished part. Again, composition of the figures and integration into the diorama. What's a good way of posting them? Putting them up. How does it look? How figures can make or break a diorama. If you put them completely wrong, it just looks shit. It's that easy. And there's a couple of pages here, just so you have an idea. You have an idea of what is a good way. I wouldn't say the best. It's a good way to place your figures. Integration to integrate them into the dio or the machines they are meant to, and the final weathering, replacement weathering. Gallery, with the, as you can see, the boots. They're all weathered, dirty. Again here, the boots mainly. Down here as well. Jacket. Trousers. Assembly and atmosphere. Is all the simple little things you put on your dio. That you don't even, if you're looking at the die, you don't really even think about just things like a shovel, tools, crates, bottles, trash bags, like here. All that integrated in your diorama, things you have there, people don't think about, but I think it's unconsciously see them, which makes your dio come to life. The integration of buildings. It's just all the little things, like you can see here, placement of a thrown away tire, bent barrels, trash everywhere. Things you would normally don't want to see in real life, but you definitely miss if they're not on a dio, because they should be there, because in real life they are there, and he's doing it in a brilliant way. And here's the final product. In the atmosphere, autumn. Make it look wet and cold. Winter. It's the same. It's the same shit. See? It's the same. Just a little bit of snow on top. Looks colder. Can I? This is the same. Just using the same stuff, but then the snow is a completely different diorama. Using the same materials or base. Using the same base. And you could put them all three next to each other, for the autumn, the winter and the spring, like these. And this is summer where it burned down. Put them all four next together. And you wouldn't, most people wouldn't even see that they are the same, I guess. the same base and everything. Common mistakes, shows and contests. And then here's the gallery of all the dios he made during this book. Like I said, I have seen this in real life in Veldhoven last year, or 2 years ago. Is it last year or 2 years ago? I don't know for sure. But it competed in the same contest that I competed, and I actually saw this and I really had something like, yeah, I think I just go home again because, yeah. It's beautiful stuff. And this is purely eye candy, of course. It's the road. Where you make the cobblestones for. I mean, it's just the bunker. And this piece, this is brilliant. The eye of detail inside of the helicopter, the magazines. And conclusion, an acknowledgement. I don't let you read it. I hope. Let me see that I can get it. You can read his conclusion. This is how he thinks about it. So this book is pretty heavy. So please pause and read them because I'm gonna put it down again. So, and there's a acknowledgement, and of course some more advertisement, but all in all, it's a I think it's a brilliant book, and yeah, I do. If you are into diorama building, I definitely do recommend it. It comes at a hefty price, that's true. 75 euros is a lot of money. And that said, I do have to thank A.K. and Amorama for providing it to me for this review. But still, 45 euros is a lot of money for a book. It's true. You will always be able to just pick it up and look up what you want, but so there's always the internet. Do I think it's useful? Yes, definitely. More so because it's not a pure pushing of A.K. products. He uses a lot of different, a lot of Vallejo, Tamiya, Humbrol, MIG. So it's definitely not a waving the banner for A.K. book, which I think is a very good thing. I think if he only uses solely A.K. products, it wouldn't be half as good as it is, because it would be too obvious. So yeah, yes, I do recommend it, and yeah, you have seen a lot of it in this. How long is it now? 35 minutes. So I could go on and go on, and the review would take an hour and a half. I wouldn't be even halfway. So yeah. Again, I hope you enjoyed this review. A lot of thanks again to A.K. and Amorama, the Kid Making Network, for providing this to me. And I really hope you enjoyed it. So, hope to see you next time. Bye bye.